Hello and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast. We're in Germany.
We are using this lovely studio in Berlin, Germany, and it's so fancy in here. I really hate that I'm like leading with foot right now, as per usual.
So am I. I always wear these little chanclas. They're not chanclas at all. They're literally flats, but I don't know why I call them that. And
you also say chonies for underwear.
I know, but chanclas means like these aren't a sandal. But every single time I watch this back and I'm like, oh, I just have this like long pointed foot.
No, the 0.5 in the feet, you know how I feel already, but I bought these Miu Miu sneaker slides and the public was so enraged. The top comment was like, Tana, you are leading with rich goggles. And I was like, I know, like they're just...
I really do love them. I just wish they had a little back on them.
I actively chose these. Well, they didn't have my size. They you could try Sears'd me and they didn't have my size in the ones with the back. But I also saw Hallie Kate Core unboxing these like a long time ago, and she was like, do I keep them? Like I feel insane, yada yada, and all the comments were like, return them. And I was like, bitch, keep, like I love them.
No, I wanted that colorway so bad, and had they had my size I might have bought them, but my problem with anything like that is that I'm really a speedy walker and they just will go flying down the street.
Oh yeah, no, see, I'm glacial pace, like turtle versus
like,
hare. I'm the turtle.
You have to like really like grip your toes onto any shoe like that to keep it on.
You
even
know,
slippers, like Ugg slippers can't, if they don't have a little sling back, they're worthless to me.
No, and I step on the sling back, like actually like horrible behavior. But you know, I'm a
don't
big
move
toe
very
gripper. Like I love to grip something with my toe.
I believe that just based on the color of that big toe. I'm like, looks like it's been through something.
That was traumatic. I also have Makoa on my socks, which I'm really living for. Somebody made me these at the Berlin show.
Those are nice. Wait, but do you want to talk about like what you've been through with shopping or no?
What do you mean with shopping?
Just like what you've done since we've been here.
Well, I have a haul coming soon on my channel where I really unpack that I will now be selling extreme haul probably soon. Sorry, that was just a joke. Lovely Berlin studio. Well, I discovered this mall in Paris.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make a TikTok about it, but it just somehow got lost in translation.
Yeah,
that you put me onto. And truly, like, I can't blame you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you told me that you had a great experience somewhere and that I should go. That's a nice thing to do theoretically. It's called Galeries Lafayette in Paris. And it's like, I've never seen anything like it. I feel like when you're a little kid and you're like dreaming of going to the mall overnight, or like you're a little girl and you're dreaming of going shopping, like this is Final Boss. I felt like a fucking video game character. It's beautiful architecture, 5,000 stores, and
It's 6 stories. It's essentially like one giant department store with like all luxury everything, but it's literally 6 stories tall. And Tana, when I tell you, I told her that first day, she spent 8 hours there that first day, went back the next day, spent another 6, went back the next day and spent another 6. Like when I tell you she lost all of Paris to this mall, thank God it's beautiful inside.
It's so beautiful. The rooftop has a view of all of Paris. I'm talking about the rooftop like I wasn't in Miu Miu for fucking 9 hours. But it was just, and I've been to Paris. I've done a lot in Paris. And when I discovered this place, there was no going back. And then they get you with the tax return. Like knowing that everything I buy, I get 12% back on. I'm like, well, let me just do it now. Like I was, you know, I was going to say some crazy shit.
You really did your big one, but I really love all your purchases.
I had shopping's my favorite thing in the world. Like I always say, like to Makoa, I'm like, your surfing is my shopping. And I felt like Carrie Bradshaw would have had the best day of her life.
But Carrie Bradshaw would not have. No, she wouldn't have done that.
I feel like Miranda could maybe get behind the functionality of these.
No, Miranda would never spend more than $600 on a sneaker. She wouldn't spend $200 on a sneaker. Right. She's practical and she's a genius. She's a lawyer. She can afford it.
That's actually kind of a genius way to approach shopping. Like if no character in Sex and the City would buy this, I shouldn't buy it.
I know. I do that with like just a lot of people that I like really like look up to. I'll be like, will she wear this? No, won't wear it.
Hallie Kate Core, I love that bitch. You are giving Charlotte today.
Oh, thank you.
So, I mean, we've been on tour. And it has been so crazy. Naming this tour International Disaster was the biggest fucking slay.
We just knew. We knew beforehand, and boy, were we right.
And the shows have been going phenomenally. And I just want to say the energy over here, it's so cool. Like every city?
You lost me. I don't know. Where are we?
So
Germany?
Different.
I don't know.
Is so different. Like the vibe of the crowd and the social etiquettes and how the people are. It's so different in every place, and it's such a privilege and so cool. Everything other than the shows has been going so disastrously wrong, which is just like so on brand. But
Really? I feel like it's been amazing. I feel like everything's been perfect.
oh, no.
Except for that heart attack you had.
And we'll get to my heart attack. But we have to start with the plane. I just feel like that set the tone so hard. It just set the tone so hard. And it's just, it's such a classic case of what always happens to us. You and I can be on the same wavelength so hard and loving each other so much. And then there will be some outside factor pitting us against each other to oblivion, and it's almost like we failed before we even started. You know what I mean? And this is always happening.
Well, so what had happened was I got a call from Tana's assistant, and she was like, "Hey, we just sat down at PF Chang's," and I was like, "We're boarding right now. We are boarding right now."
We weren't boarding yet.
No, we were. I was boarding. Oh. We were boarding. So I was like, probably not a smart idea to sit down at PF Chang's, but like, no biggie, whatever.
But those lettuce cups.
And we're sitting on the plane, and they come up to me and my boyfriend, and they're like, "Hey, is the rest of your party almost here? Like, we're about to close the doors." And I'm like, "What? Like, what do you mean?" And they're like freaking out. They're like, "Yeah, we're closing the doors right now." Like, I start like crying. It's this whole drama, and the pilot's there. There's like these two really mean flight attendants who were just saying like, "What do you want us to do? Like, there's nothing we can do. The gates closed. Like, sorry, they have to like."
And listen to me right now. That is all so valid, right? If it were the time that the gates are supposed to close, there is nothing they can do, and people need to be on the flight, okay? But here I am walking through LAX. Mind you, I'm not running. I have no sense of urgency because my printed paper boarding pass with text on it. Mind you, it's the same on the screens as well. Like, I'm following up with the screens. I don't want to miss this flight. Imagine I missed our first flight to Oslo, Norway. I would be 70 with tennis balls on my walker, and you would be cooking me for it. Like,
never let you live it down.
I would never, ever, 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 ever. I don't want to go through that, right? I'm at LAX so early, and I'm looking at my boarding pass, and it says, I forget the time, but like 4:30, okay?
Yeah.
And so I'm like walking, taking in the sights. I'm not running. I stop and get a water. You know what I mean? I decide to opt out of PF Chang's to be conscious of time. I instead go to KFC to get a famous bowl, okay? Love that bowl. I love corn. And I get my bowl, and it's, it says 4:30 boarding closes, and I'm on my way to boarding, and it's like 4:10. I'm walking on over there, and then I get a call from Brooke, and she's like, "They're closing in 5 minutes," and I'm far as shit. Like, LAX Tom Bradley is huge.
Yeah, they told us to, like, "Hey, just so you know, it's going to be a 20-minute walk to your gate. Like, get ahead." No
one told us that, obviously. Oh. And so then, obviously, I'm crying, Paige is crying, everyone's crying because we're like, "Oh my God, and it's, mind you, it's 4:15. I'm like, "What do you mean they close at 4:30? Like, it closes at 4:30. I don't understand." And we're all running. Makoa's walking too. And I'm like getting pissed as fuck that he's walking because I'm like, do you not sense the urgency? Do you not see the stress? Right. We get to the gate, and I'm not kidding you. I haven't ran like that. I've never ran like that, actually. I've never ran like that.
You couldn't have ran like that in those shoes.
At all, okay?
There would have been one on each side of the airport.
My backless sneaker. I'm fucking Usain Bolt in this airport. I get to the gate, and it's like, I look it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm wheezing, and I'm sweating, and I'm crying. I'm all the things. And the flight attendant, or like the person at the gate, the person who scans your, is just cackling at me, like actually fucking laughing at me. And you just know in that moment too, it's like, fuck you. You know?
Like, hello?
Because it's like, why the fuck are you laughing at me? This isn't funny. Like, this isn't funny at all. And mind you, they've like spun you like a little fucking chihuahua on the plane. Like, if someone's always doing this though, getting you riled up. So
I know, but I wasn't mad, but it was like, you should have seen it. It was this one specific flight attendant, and I was like being rude back to her because the way that she was talking like was so crazy. I'm like, first of all, like, what? I'm not a parent. Like, what am I supposed to do about people that aren't on the flight? And she was being so crazy. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's closed. It says very clear as day, blah, blah, blah. But swear to God, Tana shows me her boarding pass, and I was ready to think she was late. I was ready.
And imagine I was just like a negligent asshole who missed my flight for a KFC famous bowl. Like, I'm pissed that this is even, it's one thing if it's a flight to fucking Vegas, okay? I'm not missing a flight to Oslo, Norway for some good ass corn.
I know, but it was pretty crazy after all of this. You were in the right. Like, it was definitely, like, it was an actual, like, misunderstanding.
The pilot
4:30 on her
apologizes.
boarding pass. Yeah, the pilot came to me and he was like, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Like, it was a whole mistake, whatever. But when I had just gone through that, I'm sweating, tears still running down my face, and I see this bitch pull a Famous bowl out of her bag.
No, I completely understand had I, you know what I mean, been getting a Famous bowl in the final minutes. But it's like, and the pilot was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, this never happens. Boarding was closed way too early. Like, we sent out a message we shouldn't have, all this shit.
I think you were just the only ones who weren't on the plane yet. So they were like, ugh, let's
Which
just
is
get this
crazy.
show on the road.
Has
you know?
anybody ever heard of 420? Like 10 minutes before? And I'm not an early boarder. You know, I hate to hurry up and wait. Like, I am the person who kind of boards closer to the end. Like, I just don't like to like sit on the plane and twiddle, you know? And it's just like, and when I say riled you up, I don't mean angry. I almost mean like frantic, like just stressing you out.
Well, yeah, God, I was sitting there all peaceful. I'd already turned my TV on. I put my little eye masks on, and all of a sudden this is yelling at me.
And it's just so unfair. Like, once again, doomed from the jump. Like, who put our reservations together? Why is this on you?
Yeah,
of course, it's like an external mistake. And then it's like, you're going to be mad at me because you're like, Tana, how could you be so negligent? But it's like, I wasn't.
Yeah, you're right. You were definitely like right in this scenario, but it wasn't like the craziest thing for me to think like, oh, she's going to be late to a flight.
Of course not. But you know why I think it infuriates me so much is because every second of and I'm still failing. I'm not sitting here acting like I'm fucking perfect, but there was definitely a point in my life where I wasn't, is cognizant the right word?
I don't know. I never know.
Conscious.
Well, one thing about me, I never know the right word.
Where I wasn't conscious of these things and I was just running on my ADHD Tana time and I didn't care. And now I care so much. Like, I want so badly to make it better for everyone around me. And again, I know I'm not perfect.
No, I know what you're saying though. You are trying a lot harder and you're way more like conscious of it now. So it's frustrating to be like,
when external factors then put me back in the place that I once was. Like, I really am and it is just a shitty feeling, even if I am still fucking up, to be like actively trying so hard and then just still failing. It's like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
I am so excited to see the Cancelled podcast live in Australia, which is why I want to give the sponsor of today's video, SeatGeek, a huge shout out. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. So many artists are going on tour, and you can get tickets to Kendrick Lamar and SZA, The Weeknd, Beyonce, Morgan Wallen, and more. I love using SeatGeek because I love attending a live show. I'm seeing The Fray and Landon Barker later this fall, and I'm so excited I got my tickets on SeatGeek. SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good and red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And you know I came through for you guys. You can use code CANCELLED2025 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with promo code CANCELLED2025. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring today's episode of the Cancelled podcast.
did you see that clip is going viral right now of you on your MTV show?
Natalie trying to wake me?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny because we know Natalie and we love her. And she like posted it on her story the other day.
I know, I thought that was so funny.
And she was like, this was just the best time of our life. Like, first digital show that MTV ever did. Like, has the most positive outlook on it. And I'm like, Natalie, you deserve workers' compensation. Like,
it was a rough time, honestly.
Dude, I mean, I always say I want to make a YouTube video fully reacting to the entire MTV show because I don't remember it. But like, having it go viral once again, it's just... it deserves all of the virality in the world because that girl was such a fucking mess, problem child, drug addict, depressed, like all of the things. And obviously that makes for like good reality television, but it is the bane of my existence. And the fact that it is just so documented and edited, obviously, as well. You know, like everything is just kind of edited to be fluff to be even worse than it already was. And oh my God, we should react to it at some point. But I just, oh my God, it's once every like year and a half, those clips start going viral and I'm pressing not interested. Like my life depends on it, you know?
Yeah.
Like now I feel like a reality show would be so fun because like there's dramas, but they're sillier and whatnot. And I'm just mentally healthier. That was a crazy time.
I would love to do a reality show. You know my obsession with reality television. Mm-hmm. You saw JoJo Siwa's on Big Brother.
Okay.
I think we've talked about it a little bit, but there's some more
because it started off with her very much in the right and Mickey Rourke was being crazy to her, right? Mm-hmm. and saying, I'm going to turn you straight. And everyone was like, what? Who the fuck says that? Whatever.
Yeah.
But now.
He did end up getting kicked out of the house, I think. Mm-hmm. I haven't been watching it, but obviously I've been following all the drama. And the new drama is that she was like cheating on her partner in the house. Who she's cheating with is a man, and she's obviously like come out as a lesbian. Like everyone knows JoJo Siwa's a lesbian.
Mm-hmm. But then she took it back and said, I'm queer now.
But yeah, so then randomly in the house, she was like, by the way, like she didn't take it back, but she just said like, I don't identify as a lesbian. Like I just identify as queer. Mm-hmm. But she's like really like crossing the line in my opinion, and I think everyone else's opinion, with this guy for somebody who has a partner. Like if my boyfriend's in there like snuggled up with some girl.
Snuggling.
Oh, they're snuggling, they're like kissing, like not like
what?
Kissing. They're not like making out, but like kissing each other on the head and like holding hands, and everywhere they sleep in the same bed every night. Like it's definitely like very inappropriate. But
sleep in the same bed,
I guess it's inappropriate. It's fine. Like if you think like, oh well, she's a lesbian, and like obviously she's not interested, but then randomly she was like, no, actually, I'm queer. So everyone's like, so do you like him or not?
Yeah, like the timing of it all.
Yeah.
But also, if I was just her partner, I would be I would be committing arson on the Big Brother house.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And so then she got out of the house, and they met, like her partner like flew to see her. And like went to the after party, the Big Brother after party with her and stuff. And then JoJo broke up. Like they broke up at the after party, and it was like this huge drama. And like, I don't know, it's just like, JoJo, have you learned nothing?
It's crazy that at the time where she had her face on blenders and bows and stuff, like that felt like the ceiling of like, and now it's almost like looking back at that time, like it was so simple. Like, what do you mean? That's like just diabolical.
I know. And then she shaded her partner for like asking for a business class flight home. But I'm so sorry, if you cheat on me, you better fucking fly me home private.
If you cheated on me live on Big Brother, I want the Emirates pod home.
100%. Like I don't think that was like a crazy ask at all, especially when JoJo's like worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You just like put me through hell, publicly embarrassed me to the highest extent, and now you want to send me economy back home? Fuck you.
And if you're gonna like narcissistically abuse me, at least let me reap the benefits, right?
Yeah,
like,
right. I don't know.
Oh, that's brutal. Who's the partner?
I don't know.
Damn, that's just so crazy. That is, especially like truly like think about how much more people could probably get away with on so many other shows, like Big Brother's like live cameras 24/7. Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's the thing. And 90% of it wasn't actually on the show, but rather on the Big Brother. Like, you know how you can always watch the live stream.
Oh my God, and I'm just imagining being at home having so much anxiety, like tuning into the cameras.
Like, imagine that. Like imagine like Mongeau is on a show like that, and you can tap in at any time to see where he is. You could see him in the bathroom, in the shower, anywhere he goes.
Oh my God.
And he's just with
dream,
some
actually.
bitch.
Well, that's not my dream. I had a dream last night that he was cheating on me with a bitch named Gabby. Okay.
Who the hell is Gabby?
And I came and I asked you, and then you were like, yes, he's cheating on you. And so I hired a private investigator in my dream. And then I had the private investigator take all these photos of Mongeau cheating. And then I gave him a booklet of all the photos of him cheating on his birthday in front of all of his friends. And honestly, that is probably what I would do. But I don't think he would do that.
Well, I know that he wouldn't do that. Yeah. But I think about it sometimes, and I'm like, I can't believe there was ever a time where we were in relationships where we were like, oh, this person could cheat on me. Because like, I would never put myself through that ever again.
But it's almost scarier. I think it's weirdly, being with someone that you know could cheat on you is kind of weirdly, you're doing it psychologically to be in more control, because you're like, well, I'm aware of this, so I know, and I know the capacity of how much I can get hurt. Whereas when you're dating someone that you like absolutely like know and don't think would, it's almost scarier, because then you're falling fully, and then if they were to do anything, it's like the pain is so much worse.
Yeah, I agree with that. I guess if like something were to happen in my relationship now, I would lose it, because I would just be so unprepared for it. Every other relationship I've been in, I have my
like, ducks in a row.
Well, I'm just like, I hate this person. Like realistically, like I hate this person, and like love him, but I hate him.
And just like I have like plan A, B, C, and D for when things go awry. Like I don't have that with Mongeau.
Sometimes when things don't go awry.
Yeah, 100%. That is wild.
Oh, I was gonna say, didn't we almost hire a private investigator one time? I was gonna ask you, what were we doing that for?
Wait, why do I think it was for? And I could be making this up, but when I just look back at the like Rolodex of all the reasons we could hire a private investigator, my mind goes to the person who was secretly recording us.
My mind goes to my boyfriend who killed his family.
Yeah, it's a toss-up, really,
I think we were trying to find his mom. I think you told me you would pay for it, and I was like, perfect.
That is why. But I think both have. I think we wanted a private investigator in both cases. What a cool job. I would love that. I'm just so nosy, imagine.
I would be so shitty at it, though. I can't find
Me too.
anything out.
I'd be like cackling and vaping. Like nothing is private about me. I'd just be an investigator.
I'm not like that. You know how everyone's like, God, give me, an Adderall and 5 minutes and I can find his whole family. Like, I really am not good at that. I can find things that I think that I know and I'm always wrong.
I'm kind of good at it, but I've retired fully. Like I did enough of that in the early years of my dating history.
I get that.
We also didn't talk about how we almost fought a 70-year-old man on the plane.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. This whole huge drama happens on the plane where like it's this huge, like, obviously, like, hubbub. Everybody's talking, like, we're all like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. This is such a misunderstanding. We're looking at the boarding pass. And we're having like a little bit of commotion about it, but it's a quiet commotion because I am someone who is very aware of my surroundings.
That's the thing, is if I were telling this story, you would have to take it with a grain of salt. But Brooke Amber you are on public library mode at all times.
Well, I am. I'm hyper aware of like the people around me. I'm never going to be like so obnoxious or loud because I'm like, I'm cognizant of that. And like, we're talking,
which
she and I are just talking about this. By the way, our seats are next to each other. So we're literally just talking to each other. And this guy turns up or stands up, turns around and literally goes, can you guys shut the fuck up? Literally, he's like this old man. And he's like, you need to be aware of who's around you. Like, quiet down. And in my head, like normally I would be like, oh my God, yes, sir. Of course. I'm so sorry. But we have not so much as closed the door of the plane yet. We are on the tarmac. We have not left. Like,
yeah, what if I was on the phone with my baby?
Right. Or like lights are on. Like everybody's still moving around, like shuffling, putting their bags away. I literally looked at this man. I go, sir, we are respectfully on the tarmac. I'm going to talk as loud as I fucking want.
And also truly, like, I think if I were telling this story, like nobody would believe me. And honestly, rightfully so, digital footprint, there's a million reasons why not to believe me. But you are so like just aware of that and good. And therefore, by association, when I'm with you, I meet your level, and we really were just chatting.
And I hate when I'm like, I know I'm doing the right thing and someone accuses me of doing the wrong thing or like something, like.
Well, and just we're on the tarmac. Like we literally all just went through like hell. Like 3 people were just crying. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, that was crazy. Let's discuss it. And again, yeah, we're next to each other. So we're very much just talking to each other on some next to each other shit. And this old ass decrepit man turns around and shut the fuck up is also crazy. In his little British.
I mean, he probably didn't say shut the fuck up, but that's what we heard.
I am like, no, he said shut the fuck up.
No, he said like
maybe shut the hell up.
It was really rude. It was very like, be quiet. There's people around you. Like shut up, essentially.
And so
shut the fuck up is what he said with his words.
He also was just British, and I'm like, I just know that
shut the fuck up.
I always just wonder. You know how I feel. I'm like, I'm wondering if we were British, if you would have told us to shut up. And maybe I'm completely wrong for that. Whatever. It's also just so interesting that if like I was on a flight to Tampa, Florida, and like a Southern man turned around and said that to me, I would have fucking fought him on the tarmac.
Really?
Bad baby Alabama Barker style. I would have fucking fought that man on the tarmac if he was like a Southern man and we were flying within the States. But I am just so aware that us being 2 American girls on this, that we're not winning this battle. You know what I mean? We're just so not winning this battle. So we eat it, we shut up, right? And then we are all in the air, probably for about like 8 hours, right? And I'm just now finally going to sleep. Okay, I've been playing Good Sorting Match 3 for 6 hours. Obsessed. Seriously, if you want to sponsor me, I'm obsessed. And finally, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. And the plane is dark, and mostly everybody in the first class cabin is asleep. Okay, and so I lay down, and I'm about to go to sleep. And I'm literally dozing off, and he stands up and he turns around and he's like, can you stop kicking the back of my seat? And he's like yelling. And mind you, okay, the feet go in the pod, right? The feet go straight in the pod.
Yeah, there's like a hole for your feet.
Next to the hole for the feet, that my feet are very much in their fucking hole, okay? There's like a wall, right? And he's accusing me of kicking this wall. And I'm like, what kind of banshee behavior? Even Tina, in her most blacked out day, my feet are in the pot. I'm not kicking this wall, okay? And he's yelling and he's getting in my face. So then Makoa stands up and Makoa starts like, it's in between us because this man is reaching over his pod, yelling in my face, accusing me of kicking this wall. And I'm like, what do you mean? And so Makoa's like, I don't think she was doing that. Like, I'm so sorry that you feel this way, essentially is what Makoa, but it very much, And Makoa's super quiet too. So Makoa's like, I'm so sorry. Like, don't worry. Like, we're all just going to sleep. Like, it's all right. Like, I think this has to be a misunderstanding. Because Makoa's also seeing me. Like, I'm not kicking this wall.
I would have been.
Then he goes over the seat. Okay. And again, this wall is a part of my pod. All right. And he's yelling now in Makoa's face. And he's like, essentially he's saying like, get your girl to fucking stop. Like, get your woman to stop. Like, which is just
like
crazy.
He's your handler or something?
And he starts banging on my side, my pod, as he's yelling. And I'm like scared at this point because it's like everyone around is asleep. No flight attendants here. Obviously, Makoa's not going to let anything happen to me. But I'm just like, this man is like hitting my shit and like yelling at Makoa, yelling at me. If Makoa wasn't here, he would be yelling in my face. So I'm just like, I'm scared, right? He stops yelling. And I'm not really apologizing either because I'm like, I wasn't doing that. And I know for a fact I wasn't doing that. I was about to doze off into REM. Like, I'm sorry that you have something.
Alzheimer's, I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say Parkinson's.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't need to say that. But like, and
he was old.
But you're just, I don't know if you had a night terror. Like, you're assuming that I'm doing this and I didn't fucking do it. So then he lays down. Makoa ends up laying down. And now I'm laying there and my heart's beating out of my chest. Like, I'm scared. And I'm also scared that I'm going to like go back to sleep and this is going to happen again. And I'm scared of this man. And I just can't sleep for like an hour. So I get up. And there are 2 female flight attendants. And this, think about this. Like, I really debate on this for like 20 minutes. I'm like, do I even say anything? Like, you know what? But I'm scared. That's my final takeaway is like, I'm scared of this man. And I go to the female flight attendants and I'm like, hey, this man was just yelling in my face. Like, yada, yada. Like, I'm a little scared. Like, I'm scared to go back to bed. And they're like, why? Like, very much, well, what were you wearing? And they're like, well, why was he yelling? And I'm like, he thinks that I was kicking this thing. And then I can just tell that after Tarmac Gate, which was not our fault, like, they just don't believe me.
Yeah, like, we've already caused too much hubbub on the plane.
Essentially, the flight attendant just hits me with a like, well, you should be more careful. And I'm like,
you should be more careful. And that tells you everything you need to know about this entire interaction.
No, we'll probably keep that in. That was perfect.
Because you like playing around with the microphone.
Thank you.
That was too good.
A very big part of me felt like if I were flying in America, that all would have, first of all, I would have fought that man. I'm not kidding. Like, these hands would know no gender. And like, I don't know. It was just crazy. It was just so wild that these 2 women had like zero empathy for me and just like zero. I was like, damn, like, you know, I know we're cut from different cloths. You guys are very posh, very poised, but like, this man was just screaming in my face and it was just, I don't know. And then we landed. So that was kind of the start to the whole thing.
Yeah, it really set the tone. But we landed in Oslo. Oslo is
In Norway.
No, it was so fabulous.
It was so fabulous. And I'm like starting this tour in very high spirits. Like, I feel fucking amazing. I'm so excited. This show, even just as we're doing it, like, I'm not getting tired of it at all. Like, I love this show. It is so fucking funny. I'm exposing myself to a point that I will look back one day and probably regret it. But it's really fun. Just, exposing all of my awful escapades. And Paige is killing it. Like, you're killing it. Like, it's my favorite show. And so we're rehearsing it. And, I show up to the venue. Just my goal across this tour has been to be early to everything out of spite, truly. Like, I will be so on time to everything that no one can say shit. Okay. And so we get to the venue. The show starts at what? 7?
Yes.
Like,
meet and greet is usually at 5:30, and but this day was like a different situation because we hadn't done the show yet, so we had to do like a dress rehearsal. So we had to be there at literally like 2:30 p.m. this day, and Tana was downstairs at 2:25, early as ever. It was amazing.
Skipping. Okay, vibes are so high. And we get to the stage and we start rehearsing. And I'm like in tears laughing at the stories as well. Like, I'm cackling. We're having the best time. And all of a sudden I'm laughing so hard at my own fucking story. Honestly, God had to like humble the shit out of me. And I feel a pop, like, you know when you crack your back, like a pop like that in my heart. Okay? Like right here, pop. And I'm like, oh my God, what? Ow. Okay. And at first I'm like, okay, whatever. Something was relocating. The scoliosis is scoliosising. And then all of a sudden I'm in level 10 pain in my heart, which is just like, I feel like lots of other pain is like so much less scary, you know? Because it's like, oh, my wrist hurts level 10. Okay, it's still my wrist. And it's like, it's very much like my beating heart hurts this much. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm trying to continue to rehearse. And then eventually it gets so bad that I can't like breathe or talk. And I'm like, hello? What's happening to me? And it's just, it hurt more when I would breathe in and more when I would like breathe out. So I'm like, I can't even breathe and I'm freaking the fuck out. And I have to stop rehearsing and I go back to the green room and I'm just like trying to be zen and chill and like hope it'll go away, and it's just getting worse and worse. And now I'm having a panic attack because I'm like, am I having a heart attack? And like, I just like, I can't feel my feet, and I'm like, what's going on there? My arms are a little tingly, like all these things. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then we get a medic to come in, but this man is just not a medic. I cannot stress that enough. Like, he had to have been the bartender from downstairs at the bar. Like, he didn't have so much as a stethoscope. He's like asking Mongeau to take my pulse. He doesn't like know what's going on. He's like, yeah, you may be having a heart attack, or this may just be something with your lung. Like, he doesn't know what's happening. And then we're trying to have other people help, but no one really speaks English. So then I'm freaking out too, just because I think that feeling like you're having a heart attack in a place that you've never been before is so much scarier. And then I start getting in like I can't talk. So I'm like, oh my God, do we have to cancel our first show? And I've never canceled the show for reasons that had to do with me. Like, even when I was diarrheaing water in Santa Barbara, like I was running off the stage every 10 minutes. Like, but I couldn't talk. It's like, oh my God. And just freaking out. I call my doctor. He tells me to go to the hospital. So then I go to a Norwegian hospital. And that just was crazy. A lot of the girls in the Norwegian hospital, though, the nurses watched the canceled podcast, so they were being like really fun with me like through it. Also, my entire hospital visit was $350.
Yeah, that's like just...
It was so clean. It was like such a nice hospital, honestly. I was like, damn slay. And I get an EKG. Mongeau is so fed up because my priorities are so out of whack. I like can't unscrew my Cartier bracelet to get the EKG properly. I'm worried it's taking my spray tan off. I'm asking the nurse when I can hit my vape if I get cleared.
No, that's what you said that in the two. You were going, it's a level 10 pain. It's a level 10 pain. And then she goes, can I hit my vape? I was like,
no. And that is going to bring me to my next topic, which is addiction. But I get the EKG and come to find out I pulled a muscle over my heart, which feels like you're having a heart attack, which is so fucking awesome. So I'm just now like getting better. And then, but I'm not 100% convinced it's that. I think it might be some lung issues because I have just been like,
I don't think it would be your lung though if you're feeling it like up here, because your lungs are like low key, like way back there.
I know, but I was feeling it through my back, and we had RSV before we left.
Yeah, I still have it.
Me too. And I'm just like, I've taken antibiotics. It's not going away. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, like something. And that is leading me to realizing how bad this is for me.
Well, yeah.
I know, dude. I know. That's the thing, is it's so sad and pathetic to be so addicted to something that like does nothing. At least in like the times of my life I was addicted to alcohol or benzos, like they were for sure doing something.
Doing something crazy.
Like I'm smoking a mini banana flavored television and it's doing fucking nothing for me. And
it's doing something. It's just doing something very bad.
And I'm sitting in the hospital genuinely like awaiting to get cleared with the only mindset of like, I need to hit my vape. And like, that's so pathetic. And obviously if this is a lung issue, which I've had a million of in my life, like how pathetic that you can't stop doing this thing.
Well, it's not pathetic. It's addiction. That's just like the name of the game. But we got to get something else in order. You got to get addicted to something good.
I know. And it's wild too, because obviously kicking benzo addiction and kicking alcohol addiction at their peaks in my life were the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Mm-hmm. And I can genuinely say I can't even get to the withdrawal period. I can't even
do you think some element of that is like the fact that it doesn't feel like it's as bad or feel like you have like as big of a need to quit as the other things? Because like,
I guess that's true. The other things were like, I'm gonna die and like ruining my life in that sense. This is more long term.
Yeah, in my head it's almost like feels like a diet where it's like, okay, like I'm not gonna die if I eat
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yes. And it is that. The other day I tried not to vape for like 5 hours and I started counting in my head how many times I thought about hitting the vape, and I was in like the hundreds. And I was like, damn, like that's so crazy life stat wise. If at the end of my life I spent 10% of my life thinking about the vape.
Yeah, that's rough. Have you ever tried one of the things like that, like ripples or whatever that are like vapor? You should try that. Yeah,
I need to. I'm also, people like swear up and down by Alan Carr's like books and methods. Like he wrote like The Easy Way to Stop Smoking and The Easy Way to Stop Vaping. And so many people, even Nikki Glaser, I saw a clip of her talking about this on
Wait, who said that?
Joe Rogan.
Someone told me they got hypnotized.
Chelsea Handler got hypnotized.
Yeah, to stop smoking, right?
Yeah.
Try that.
I watched this movie
They're
called
like,
Hypnotic.
Stop smoking beyond time.
Yeah.
Stop smoking
oh my
beyond
God,
time.
you'd do anything to be in that hypnotherapy session. You'd have me right. But
I'm going to do it while you're asleep.
yeah, you should try. You probably could. I'm out cold. But like, yeah, I'm going to read the Alan Carr books. I will get hypnotized. At this point, I'm just like, how, like right now it's dead. And it's all I'm thinking about.
Oh man.
It's just,
it's rough and it's gross. And honestly, you're so much prettier without it. It's probably making you uglier.
It's quite literally aging me. It is just like,
no, there's no way. And there's also, I don't think very many like long-term studies on what vaping does to you. Cause like obviously we can study smoking and everyone thinks vaping is better than smoking, but like in a lot of ways it's not, because a cigarette, at least you have to go outside to smoke it. Like a vape, you can just all day long just rip and rip and rip.
I have a lot of friends who did that, just like dialed back their nicotine by switching to cigarettes. Cause then at least they have to go outside. Mm-hmm. I just don't like cigarettes.
Maybe don't, but like, let's not do any of that. We don't need you smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, at least it's more of like a.
Have you ever been a smoker, like a cigarette smoker?
Yes, but it was during like the peak of my like just alcohol, Xanax, everything, and my etiquette was just really bad. Like there was a time in New York City where I tried to light a cigarette in an Uber, and that was the day I quit.
That's good.
Yeah, because he kicked us out and we were on the side of the road, and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me.
That's right.
Yeah.
We haven't talked at all about like the places that we've been though. Maybe because you weren't there.
Well, everyone is just so mean to me.
What do you mean?
Like, I like to do things on my own schedule. And it is funny, even the internet's perception of me. Like, I'll see TikToks of you three, and all the top comments are like, Tana is asleep. And it's like, God forbid I watch one of the and review a Patreon in my room. Like, God forbid I've been getting up early. Mongeau and I have been on like our own program. And I ended up in Ireland having to deal with a lot of internal work drama shit that I'm not going to podcast about, but it was hell on earth trying to figure it out, and that took an entire day. And then everyone's just coming at me like I'm literally a sloth and I hate my friends and I hate these beautiful places, and it's like I have other things to do.
No, it's not that. I just noticed it wasn't a priority of yours, and it's fine, but
my priority was editing the canceled Patreon.
No, that's not true. You spent 24 consecutive hours in the Paris mall, like no air.
But it's beautiful. Galleries Lafayette.
But it
is
has
beautiful.
a stained glass ceiling.
It's beautiful. Look it up.
It is. It's gorgeous.
I also was making a vlog, and that's like what I wanted to do with my day. You know,
I know. I don't know why you're getting so defensive. I'm just saying,
because I've been getting so much internal hate for me being on my own program.
Because like we want you to see it, and you kept saying. What got me was you were like, God, I wish I had time to walk around. I'm like, you had so
I've been doing a lot
time.
of other things. Like genuinely I have. I've also been to Paris 1,000 times. Like I've seen the Louvre, I've seen the Arc de Triomphe.
But we wanted you in house on the cliffs with us.
I was working on that internal bullshit like all day in Ireland. And I was so sad. I was crying about it. Like I love Ireland. I wanted to be roaming around so bad, but like people had to get paid and flights had to get booked, and everybody fucking needs something from me, you know? And that's the God honest truth.
I know.
But see that face.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm sorry.
Like you literally know that I had to do all of that.
I know, but I know that you're like, well, God forbid I have to watch a Patreon episode. Our Patreon episodes, by the way, are 1 hour long. And we have been 3 out of the country for 2.5 weeks.
That took 4 hours of my day. I've been talking to Devin every single day about like the structure of these. When the Alex Warren episode comes out, the Amari camera angle switches.
Maybe it's a unique situation for me because I've never been to Europe. So I'm like, obviously I want to be outside all the time, but
I do. But I do. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to be outside all of the time. I would love to be outside half of the time. And a lot of things have come up where like I end up having to do other things that is kind of fucked on me in that sense.
You could perhaps sit in the park and watch a Patreon
episode. I'm not working
episode.
on my laptop from the park. That's just not who I am. But like
in Paris,
I love Paris. We had 5. I did so much. I went to my favorite restaurant. I went under the Eiffel with Mongeau. I walked around. I went to vintage stores around the hotel.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
No,
I'm just giving you a hard time, and trust me, it's totally fine because I've been having the most fun with my girlfriend Paige.
And like, listen to me. Like, I will join you guys. Like, seriously, Ireland was chalked because of all of that shit. And like, I'm not gonna bring that drama to the podcast, but it was fucking awful. It was the worst day ever, and I had to do it. And
okay, fine. Tomorrow we're going on a hike.
Here's what I'm also going to say to you though. I'm down for small things, but I also know myself and my energy levels.
Honestly, I love you more than anything, but you would have hated Houth. Hated.
I think it's beautiful, and if I was on vacation, I would absolutely take the day to do that, but I don't want to do a bunch of shit before the show and then not have my full battery at the meet and greet and not have my full battery on stage. Like, that feels selfish to me, and I know my battery.
I charge my battery at Houth.
You have a much bigger battery than me when it comes to activity and all of it, you know what I mean? So like, on the off days, of course I want to go do things, and I will when I have the time, but
agree to disagree. It's not mean.
Agree to disagree.
It's not mean. It's not mean. It's just like, you can't say you had no time. You have so much time.
I've been working on 3 vlogs with J-Rod. Like, that is a back and forth that takes so much time. Like, I really have been prioritizing
I know.
work.
I guess you could just do it the next time you're on a world tour.
I'm not going to put my YouTube channel on pause. Like, all of the people who like, it's not, I just uploaded. I'm uploading again tomorrow.
I know.
Like, and that takes time and effort and energy, you know?
I'm not a hater. I'm just saying.
And I'm still seeing these places in the way that I want to.
Describe Oslo to me.
Gray.
No, Oslo, honestly,
it was very colorful.
No,
honestly.
It was so interesting though, because Oslo was the first time I've ever been like, am I in a video game? Like,
Oslo was also closed down for a national holiday, and the streets were completely empty, and you couldn't go in anywhere. I was like, I'm going to spend the day editing.
Yeah. We were there for 4 days, but
we were writing the show for the other days, working on the show.
I know, but you have to remember that I also have that job.
But then you clock into doing that and then leave and go explore. Like, I'm gonna do my Snapchat. That takes an hour. It takes an hour of my day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking edit a video.
No, I get it. There's no shame in having different priorities, but my priority is to talk about Oslo. What the fuck are they eating and drinking? What every single person there looks like a Victoria's Secret model. They're all no pores, so tall, so skinny.
It's crazy in every city how much more, I don't want to say more beautiful. That's fucked up.
No, yes.
People are just healthier. That's what it is. People are like radiating a glow that we do not have in America. Like the MSG sucks me dry personally.
Like specifically Norway though, I was like, what the hell are these people on? It felt like a movie or something.
No, I saw a little bit of Norway. You know what I mean? It was beautiful. I am like being very defensive on this because I feel like I get bullied for a set of things, and some are like, you know what, bully me, haze me, make me better.
I know, because sometimes I wish you would just say like, I didn't want to.
But I did want to. You know, and it's like, that's not like, I don't know. I just want to be validated in the sense like I'm doing other things.
I think you're so hardworking. I think you are amazing at your job. I think you're the best literally in the business at your particular job. I just think sometimes when you say like, no, I couldn't, it's like, you could have.
I could, but like, yeah, again, conserving energy is nice. I've been to Paris a lot, and I still did so much in Paris. I have like an hour-long movie coming out about all the things I did in Paris, and which I've been putting notes on with J-Rod in my hotel room, God forbid. And yeah, and Ireland really
I feel like you're getting mad at me about it. I'm like, I just got it for a bit. I just wanted to have some fun with you.
No, I know. I am like, I'm peaked. I think it's because like you're allowed like 3 things to bully me about at a time.
What do you mean? This is my main one. It is. This is my main one at the moment. What are the other ones? Your chanclas?
And see, like, that's valid. I just think this one, I am defensive about. Because
I'm sorry.
it's like,
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
I've been doing things. I've been awake and doing things, but I have not been hiking cliffs with y'all or going to get labubus or.
It's okay. There's only room for 4 of us in the car, and we have our solid 4.
Yes, so. And I can't stress that enough. I'm obsessed with it. Like, go, thrive, slay.
No, I live for it. It's just the girls, me, BB, Paige, and Miles.
I literally was like, who's the 4th? I forgot about Miles.
No, he's having so much fun. He keeps going, that's fierce, girl.
Paige has been putting Miles on. Paige is so funny with our boyfriends.
No,
Because
so
she makes them
Miles
like one of the girls.
loves Paige. He's like, God, I really underestimated Paige's like sense of humor.
The funniest person
and
alive.
we'll sit down to breakfast. Like this morning, like we came downstairs to have a drink. And the first thought, he's like, "Where's Paige?"
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I also have that thought.
Yeah, we have to get into the dynamics of this.
Yeah,
fucking...
she and I've been working on our relationship because we do hate each other so much.
Yeah, it's so wild that the internet. I mean, it's crazy because those edits.
I know. They clip it and then they're like, "Look at her eye movements." I'm like, God forbid I'm on an SSRI.
Right.
No, that's actually not it. Like, honestly, though, Lamictal makes me make the craziest faces and people make compilations of it. I'm like, God. Wait, also, you know what? You had a lot to say about how I can't move my face and now suddenly I'm too expressive. Which is it?
We'll never know. It is just so sad seeing you and Paige get so fucking pit against each other. And it's so wild, too, because the comments will be all one thing on the pod and then all one thing on TikTok. And it's like, you literally can't win.
Yeah, I've been trying, like, to reframe it, though, in my mind. Because, like, it used to be, like, I would get so upset. And it's so frustrating to, like, for people to be so adamant about being so wrong. But then I just like completely reframed it in my mind. And I'm like, how funny is it for like that many people to just be like so wrong? Like,
and just so up in arms about other people's relationships. I'm not gonna lie, there was an edit of you that I watched and I was like, damn. Like,
what was it?
Like just they put all of the moments together and I was like, I
was like very deliberately doing that. It was when we were having the Hailey Bieber conversation. And I was purposefully being like, you disgust me. Like that was the whole thing. That was the whole point of the thing.
And I feel like that is kind of your bit, being like sassy. You know?
And my bit is like, well, yeah. Also, just me having a different opinion. It's like if I have, you know, the same opinion as everybody, I'm too agreeable, and I just want to be like, you know,
there's no
your
winning
ass.
there.
And then if I have a different opinion, it's like I'm a pick me fucking weirdo. It's like, no, actually, I just like Hailey Bieber, and that's actually it.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean you don't like Selena. Like,
no, it doesn't. I love Selena
like,
Gomez. Moral of the story is Oslo is gorgeous. We went from Oslo, like the most calm, cool, quiet, collected place, to Paris the very next day. And boy, was I shocked. And you know what? I think that contrast like affected the way I felt about Paris. But I imagine Paris so different like than it actually is.
It's a lot of hustle and bustle. It's a very
I'm
populated.
Just like, I spend 90% of the time just like worried about getting hit by a car or a bus or a bike.
Packed and crazy. But I like thrive in places like that. I don't know why. Like I love it. I feel like Paris is like European.
You're quick moving.
So quick. Paris is like European New York.
God just smited you. It felt very similar to New York, except for nobody understands me. So it's harder to like.
I don't know if it's because my last name is Mongeau.
Are you French?
No, my dad changed his last name. It's the whole thing.
Really?
I was supposed to be cool. Tana Grills, remember?
I'm so happy you're not Tana Grills.
Isn't that crazy? But
you should thank him for that.
I know, honest to God. I write about it in my book, and I do indeed thank him for that. He ate with that.
Mongeau's a great last name. You wouldn't be the same if your last name wasn't Mongeau.
Tana Grills is just diabolical.
Tana Grills, like it's like who's that other girl? Like Tay Money or something?
Yes, and we get enough comparisons. We really do. That would be. It would have been great for my rapper era, but goddamn, imagine how much people hate me now if my last name was Grills. How much more people?
I just never could have been able to take you seriously. Yeah. Although I like when like someone's name like kind of matches them, like JP Saxe.
Whoa,
you know, like that's his real last name, but he's like this beautiful musician. Or like there's another person. Oh, Alicia Keys.
Rosamund Pike.
Who is that?
Like, why did I say Rosamund Pike?
Is she a gymnast? Like what?
Stevie Wonder. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, I have something that I just want to tell you, and I'm debating saving this for the Paige episode because I really think this one's gonna get her going, but I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Oh, okay.
DJ Khaled hosted Lele Pons' Nickelodeon slime-themed gender reveal party. That's a real sentence.
Well, that's a mouthful. But honestly,
doesn't that just feel like you had ChatGPT make something?
Yes, so much, but also in some way it makes complete and perfect sense.
I need to find the video and show you.
But like, what a cute theme for a baby shower. Although I don't
Really?
really believe in. Wait, it was a gender reveal. I don't believe in gender reveals. Like cut a cake with your partner, you know?
I actually do agree with that. Like everyone having to gather around. It's like good for you.
I think, and obviously like do whatever makes you happy. And obviously like I love to celebrate like the people I love and stuff. But I get really guilty when I can't like attend a lot of things for somebody, and like when someone has a baby, they have to have like a baby shower, a baby reveal, another baby shower, the birth. I'm like, get over it.
I honestly, I couldn't agree more. It is like a lot. But DJ Khaled hosting it, like, come on. He's like another
DJ
one.
Khaled. Was it a girl or boy?
It was a girl.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I love that for Lele. You know what I've been getting harassed about, speaking of just this realm of things? The new Tana Go Brunette is, when are you getting engaged?
Yeah, that's what happens though when you're in a happy relationship. Everyone just like assumes like obviously you want to get married immediately, and I guess that does like that always shocks me about you, because I want to get like, now that I know I'm with the person that I want to marry, I'm like, tomorrow.
I agree, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's like, this is the last period of time in our life that like we're dating, you know, and like I think that's really special. I also just think, I'm looking at my plate right now and I'm imagining having to like plan a wedding. Like, and I know some people get engaged for like 3 years, but even then, like, still, that's just, it's like a time clock that I'm like not ready to embark on. I want to be able to, like, when I'm engaged, have a lot more free time and like relish in it and like dedicate a lot of my life to planning the wedding, and not just like a tenth of it and it feels like another birthday party that I've planned all over the years and like a work obligation. And,
yeah,
like,
no, that would frustrate me too if you're just not ready for it.
I don't know. I just value mine and Makoa's relationship so much that I want to take things slowly and like make sure they're perfect. And I swear to God, I could post right now that I lost both of my limbs and people would be like, well, how are you going to walk down the aisle now? You need to get engaged.
I don't know.
I had to like really go off the other day. It's all my comments on every single video. I was like, the only engagement going up is my TikTok engagement from people fucking commenting this shit. Like,
I just like, I respect you for being so patient, because like now that I'm like, oh my God, I obviously like, I want to get married to you. So like, why would we not do it 35 minutes ago?
I agree. I will say that like that foo-foo shit I did with Jake Paul kind of did like
maybe that's
scratch
why.
an itch. You know, it's like, oh, I got to put the dress on and I got to like choose my bridesmaids and even just that, it made me like really realize like, I don't know, like there's a lot of planning that goes into even a sham, but like let alone some fucking shit, you know? And I don't know. I'm just like, I need more time.
Well, there's no rush. There are people who date for like 10 years. Like, who gives a fuck?
I don't want to be one of those people though. That's the other thing. And then I posted a video about how I don't want to get engaged, and some girl was like, my boyfriend waited 7 years to propose to me and it was perfect. And I was like, not too much now. Like, I don't know.
What do you think is like the sweets? I think I heard you say the other day, like 2.5 years.
Yeah, maybe 3. 2.5, 3 years, I think. That's the thing too, is it's like people are really acting like this shit is right around the corner. And I'm like,
by the time you
up.
get engaged, I want to be celebrating like my 3rd anniversary.
Yeah. And I like that weirdly. I don't like being like the first to do anything ever.
We know.
Actually, yeah. So.
Bless your heart though. I love you so much.
You joke. I think it's good to I want you to do it first. And then I want to be like, wow, that was amazing. And like, you know
we
what
have
I mean?
such different though, like I have so many people in my life who have gotten married. Now I feel like the last. So like it doesn't feel like, oh, I would be the first. I feel like, oh my God, thank God Brooke's finally getting married.
I guess that's true. A lot of my hometown friends have, but I do feel like a lot of my formative years were, and like ideals and stuff were more formed in Los Angeles, where like nobody does that.
Yeah.
So like maybe that's more where like my head is at. I don't know, dude. And like I feel like you and Miles will do something intimate and cute and classy, and like I want to have a Vegas wedding and a Maui wedding and like just all the like just bullshit, like
too many logistics. Do you know that a year ago Teffy messaged me and she was like, hey, like just so you know, like randomly my sidekick told me to message you, like she felt called to tell you that you are gonna meet like the love of your life, like the person that you're gonna marry this year. And then she said like you're gonna be so in love that you can't wait. You're gonna elope on a random Thursday with just friends and family. She said that to me so specifically, and I was with BB at the Cheesecake Factory the day before, the night I actually found Mouse. This was like what a like crazy night this was. But she sent it to me, and I was like, oh my God, how crazy is that? And she said that people like when I get engaged or when I get married, people are gonna think it's a shotgun wedding because I'm pregnant, but really like we just love each other so much, like we can't wait. And she told me that.
So
and then the same person, you know, that girl who always gets everything right about you, the psychic. She tagged me, like read my chart or something, like.
Wait, do you mean a girl online or like my girl?
The Twitter. She's like, her name's like Stargirl or something on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
And she like predicted like I think a bunch of stuff about you. She predicts like a lot of things with celebrities and stuff. But she
she said I was gonna find love in Hawaii before I did.
Really? Yeah, she sent me my like chart like right after Teffy had told me all of this, and it like specifically says like I'm gonna meet like my soulmate between the ages of 27 and 28, and I met him when I was 28.
That is so sweet. I love him so much, and I just love you guys together. I think he makes you your highest self.
He's the best. And he's so funny.
I know it's been really sweet on this tour too, just looking back at all the times that we did have like 13 tattooed counterparts
or just like guys that hated me. I remember like obviously I had like the only other person I've ever like brought on tour was like a guy who first of all could not have been like more opposite from me. Like everything I said and did was like a performance because like this like I wasn't compatible with him, so I had to become someone who was compatible with him, and that person sucked. So like it was just like it makes me literally want to throw up to think about now how I was thinking about like, oh my god, what is he thinking about, like what my friends are saying, and like is he having a good time right now? When now I'm just like,
yeah, just and that's so nice too as your friend to get to like exist with you and not you for you know what I mean,
like Stacy or whoever I became.
Stacy's so funny. I love Stacy.
But you know what I'm saying, like ew.
No, I mean, but listen, it made us all who we are. I'm learning to just hold hands with all of those versions of myself because they led me here, you know?
Yeah, I guess. It's the first time I've ever not had to think about like how I was acting.
And it's just nice. He loves you so much for you, and it's beautiful. That's so cute.
Everybody. He loves everyone with us.
And that's sweet too. I think that whoever's with you has to like quite literally date BB as well. And like he is so good at that.
Are you kidding?
Not in like a weird way.
No, but he did. For BB's birthday, he like, I didn't say anything to him or anything, but he came home with like cupcakes and stuff for BB and like put candles in him and stuff. And like BB was so like touched by it. She made a TikTok about it, and the amount of hate in the comments that was literally just like kill me if my boyfriend's ever this close with my friend. Like we were like, what the hell?
Because
like,
it's so
God
kill
forbid.
me if I have the opposite, because it's so bad. Like
yeah,
you know what I mean.
We were like, I just think
if you don't
so
trust
strange.
your friends and you don't trust your boyfriend,
yeah, or to think anything could be like weird behavior between like your best friend and your boyfriend when like then you don't have a best friend, you don't have a boyfriend.
It's so true. It's so wild that a psychic predicted that.
I know, and like a psychic who isn't even mine, like she went to Teffy and was like, can you tell her
those
this?
are the crazy ones that are like, you know what I mean, because it like really just like came through
and so specific. And I've never really put a lot of thought into eloping, but like I really want to elope. Like that's kind of my thing
I think it is so intimate, and like saving the money, using it for a honeymoon, like it makes a lot of sense
for me. It's I think I've said this before, but just the family thing, like who am I having a wedding for? You know what I mean?
What
and
did
like
you say to me? I put it in your notes. You were like, if I have a wedding with all of my family there, I'm gonna have to buy like 9 new sets of teeth.
Yeah, the amount of teeth I would have to buy to be able to have a functional wedding. Because like, you know,
I feel you, girl.
Not that anyone's like judgmental, but like, I don't know. You know, like I got a lot of toothless family.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if it's toothless by choice, get the London look, but it's
yeah,
it's a little metharoni maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Yeah. You know, I had a psychic tell me that right before we left, I got a reading because I was just in an interesting place wanting to know things, like whatever. I had a psychic tell me that like my entire, like I will discover on this tour like entirely what I want in life. And like this tour is like so meaningful for me to like be on the right path. Like I will be enlightened to figure out what it is that I truly want on this tour. Oh my God, you know what I wanted to talk about was the anal joke that I made that fell on deaf ears.
It was really funny. Do you want to say?
You say.
No, we were at the meet and greet, and obviously like a lot of times, like sometimes if people will bring like their moms or something, will be like, I apologize in advance for like all the anal jokes we're gonna make, or like something along those lines. And
it's kind of like my Burlington, Vermont. It's like one of my buzzwords. Like I feel like I can easily just describe the show as anal.
But it's crazy because we really don't talk about anal that much.
No, I know. I guess I'm more so just saying the caliber of things being that vulgar.
Like it's the word to describe all words. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she said it to like this girl, and I'm not kidding. Like she didn't so much as crack a smile.
Her face like dropped. If anything, she was like, and then she was like,
there was like a full like 6 long Mississippi seconds of silence, and then Tana just like, she's like, so should we take a picture? And the girl goes, oh, I don't want a photo. at the meet and greet.
Like I made an anal joke to the one person who, and I'm thinking, I say that because like usually our fans are pretty wild and they'll like cackle and then they'll tell us like a crazy anal joke or a crazy joke or something back. It matches the energy usually of our supporters so well. And I scared this woman, like I'll never forget it. I'll actually never forget it.
No, it was cute. I'm sure she was just like nervous or something, but it was so funny because we looked at each other and we were like, oh man, like, you
like
bombed.
the one person I bombed, the one person who like would not like that. And it is because like at every meet and greet usually you'll see that one really excited, elated girl has brought her friend who is above this, better, consumes better media, just doesn't know anything about this and is just supporting their friend. And I like, oh my God, I hit the anal joke to the one supporting friend and it was, oh my God,
I know, but it would probably not happen again. So
Trisha Paytas is about to give birth to the Pope.
I know. I cannot believe it's so crazy. See that, like, just what we're talking about with weddings and stuff. Like in my head, I'm like, how on earth has she had 3 kids? She got married 30 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Like everything happens so fast. Like, or like I guess time. Like I don't know. Time
Do you know that Trisha got married at a hotel that Mongeau was working on building, and Mongeau was working at the same time as Trisha's wedding?
That's so interesting. I wonder how many times, like, do you ever wonder if like you and Mongeau have ever been in the same place and not known it?
I spent hours like deep diving, and I know like the exact times and days that we were the closest to each other without knowing.
That's so crazy.
And
I love
so
like
wild.
when you see stories about that, like, or like when people are in the backgrounds of their partner's photos like 20 years prior.
Like Miranda Harrison.
Yes.
There was a day where I was in Maui with Bella Thorne and Maud Sun, Michael Chawartha, and Ashley Schwann on a boat, and Mongeau was working at the dock. Isn't that crazy?
That's so interesting.
Wild. And here I am, like I'm in this throuple. I'm about to date Maud Sun solo. Like, bitch, your husband is inches from you.
Yeah, what the hell were you up to?
I just want to say thank you to everybody coming out to these shows. And this international tour is like, it is just mind blowing. Like even yesterday, like doing a meet and greet in Berlin, Germany, and people being like, I've watched you for 10 years. I love you guys. You guys saved my life. And it's like, we had this girl who told me like 10 years ago, she was watching my toothbrush story and she was living in Egypt and she was born in Egypt. And it's like, if you could have told that girl that someone's watching her in Egypt, like it's just so much more special being so far from home, but having this consistent love all over the globe. Like it's so crazy. And yeah.
It's so special. We love you guys.
We love you so much.
We love traveling and we love going outside.
We are about to film an episode with Paige, and Brooke and Paige are going to squash their beef. And BB's going to come on and tell us about all of her hookups on tour and what they mean.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them was crazy. It's actually one story. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do you like that, girl. We love you guys so much, and we will talk to you in the next episode. Bye.
Stay true.
Stay.